Hello! I've got a very, very special story for you today. It's probably the most special that I've read so far, and might even be the most special ever. And the reason that it's so special, I will tell you why at the end of reading it to you. So, you must concentrate for this one because it's so special. So special to Grandad. Means a lot. So this story is called The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy lived on a lonely farm with her uncle and aunt and her little dog Toto. Woof! One day, the wind began to howl. "It's a whirlwind!" cried Dorothy's aunt. "Everyone into the cellar!" But Toto had dashed for cover under the bed. And the wind blew harder and harder and harder until suddenly it spun the house up into the air. The house sailed through the sky and landed with a bump. Dorothy poked her head outside and saw some friendly faces. "Welcome to Oz!" "Please, how do I get home?" she asked. "You'll need to see the wizard," said a woman. "He lives in the Emerald City at the end of the yellow brick road." And she gave Dorothy a pair of sparkling silver shoes for the journey. Dorothy's new shoes tinkled on the yellow bricks as she walked along. "Hello there," called the Scarecrow. "Where are you going?" "To see the wizard," replied Dorothy. "Can I come with you?" said the Scarecrow. "I want to ask the wizard for some brains." "Of course," said Dorothy with a smile. A few miles on, they saw the Tin Man. He stood stock still with his arms stuck behind his head. "Help! I've rusted up!" Dorothy picked up a nearby oil can and trickled oil onto his stiff joints. "We're on our way to see the wizard," she said. "Can I come?" asked the Tin Man. "I want to ask the wizard for a heart." They had barely set off again when the lion leaped out of the trees with a terrible roar. The Scarecrow trembled, but Toto barked. "Woof, woof, 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 woof." "Oh!" yelped the lion. "Don't hurt me. I heard you talking about the wizard and I want him to make me brave. Please let me come with you." The four of them followed the yellow brick road as it wound on and on, past forests and rivers and trees. At last, they came to a city of glittering emeralds. A gatekeeper gave them each a pair of green glasses and led them to the wizard's palace. But the wizard wouldn't help them for nothing. "First, you must kill the wicked witch," he demanded. The wicked witch lived in a castle guarded by wolves and crows. But the Tin Man fought off the wolves. Grrr. And the Scarecrow scared away all the crows. Furious, the witch summoned her flying monkeys. Soon the friends were prisoners in her castle. "Now you're my slaves," she cackled. "Get to work." Then the witch noticed Dorothy's beautiful silver shoes. "I want those shoes," thought the witch. She waited until Dorothy was fetching a pail of water. Then she pushed her and pounced. Dorothy was so annoyed, she threw the water all over the witch, drenching her. At once, the witch melted away. "She's gone!" cried Dorothy, quickly putting on her shoes. "We can claim our rewards." The wizard's rewards were rather strange. First, he gave the Scarecrow a handful of pins. "Now I'm as sharp as a pin." Then he gave the Tin Man a heart-shaped cushion. And for the lion, there was a bottle marked courage. Last of all, the wizard showed Dorothy a hot air balloon. "We'll fly home," he said. But the rope snapped and the balloon took off without her. "Go to the good witch Glinda," called the wizard. "She'll help you." Dorothy was in despair, but her friends took her to Glinda's place. "I'm stuck in Oz," Dorothy sobbed, standing before the throne. "Don't worry," said Glinda kindly. "The silver shoes will take you home. Just knock the heels together and wish." Dorothy whirled through the air. When she landed, she was back on her aunt and uncle's farm. She raced to her aunt and threw her arms around her. "I've been on an amazing adventure," Dorothy told her. "But I'm so glad to be home." And Toto barked as if to say, "Me too! Woof, 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 woof." And that is the end of that story. So, why was it so special? Well, I'll tell you. Do you know that quite a few years ago, I was on the stage at the theatre and I pretended to be the wizard. There I am, look. Da-da-da-da! There's Grandad on the stage as the wizard. Now, there is a video of me doing that show. So you need to ask Mummy and Daddy to dig out that video and show it to you. And you'll be able to see Grandad pretending to be the Wizard of Oz, just like in that story. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was as special for you as it was for me. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah.